Okay. I was wondering if you could please expand on your budget strategy. I know you mentioned you like to start with a broad match at $5 a day. How long do you keep it at $5 a day? When do you increase it, and by how much? Okay, so uh, this is a fantastic question. It's fantastic for beginners. The reason that you're limiting yourself to $5 a day, the reason that you're keeping yourself to a $5 budget is because you want to see the search terms, right? So I had a fellow member ask me recently. He was running locksmith, and he was like, okay, do I keep increasing my budget? And I'm like, no, first of all, you go into your search terms and you see what people are actually searching for. And what he saw, as far as like running, I believe it was pest control, is that so many keywords were completely irrelevant to what he was targeting. Yes, they were pest control related, but they were things like home remedy or natural solutions, shit like this. So you want to go and keep your budget low, to the $5 range, so you don't blow through your budget on completely useless keywords. Second of all, you want to see what the audiences that are clicking on your ads, right? So I told you to target insurance, and I told you to target life insurance as well, right? So you want to see how much volume is actually going to either one of them, right? Because final expense is life insurance, but maybe they're not looking for maybe because you're bidding on branded keywords, like let's say you're bidding on State Farm final expense, your keyword is actually just showing up for State Farm, and they're falling under the insurance category, the insurance audience. And in fact, they're not looking for State Farm final expense, they're looking for a State Farm like auto insurance or a State Farm home warranty insurance, right? So you want to keep it slow because you want to understand the audience, you want to understand your search terms, you want to understand as much as possible from your campaign as possible. That's number one. Number two is that you want to see conversions coming in, right? So we had another member who unfortunately burned through like several hundred, if not a couple $1,000s on the home services niche, because just you want to get this up and running as quickly as possible, but you don't really understand where your keywords are showing, right? And I made this mistake so many times, in the sense that, for example, in the painters niche, like I was targeting painters and I was just doing brand bidding, right? And what was happening is that some of the brands were like stores, so people were looking for like a specific store that had nothing to do with someone needing a painter, right? They needed a store for painting, like Home Depot, like Lowe's, like Walmart, but it had nothing to do with painting someone who needed a painter specifically, right? So this is, you're not going to find out until you look through your search terms, until you see where all of your clicks are going. So you keep it low to keep your risk from getting blown through the your budget, right? Keep it slow and do it even for like a week, right? See where your audiences are, see where your clicks are, and try to get conversions, right? See if you're getting conversions, because if you're already like $300 in and there's no conversions coming in, there's not even any calls coming in, then you obviously have a problem there. You, at least at $5 a day, you want to see calls coming in, you want clean keywords coming in, and you want to understand like what your audience is all about.